The last time the British Open was held at Muirfield in 2002, the weather was miserable, to put it lightly, but not this time, as the course was dry and the greens were very fast as they were tanning in Scotland because the weather was so good. Probably not tanning, maybe sunburning though, as the Scots don't usually have very dark tans. Let's show you what happened in the first round. The conditions were much to Zach Johnson's liking though. On the par 5 fifth, Johnson drained a long putt for eagle and he was at 3 under. On the very next hole, Johnson drilled another birdie putt as he was dialed in on the front 9. He's 4 under there. And then Johnson made a birdie on the 7th hole as well for a stretch of 4 under over 3 holes. He wound up in the lead at 5 under par. Right behind him, Mark O'Meara, who might play here in Calgary at the Champions Tour event in August. He nailed an eagle putt on the par 5 17th hole to get him to 4 under and a tie for second place. And speaking of players from the Champions Tour, here's Tom Lehman. A long birdie putt on the par 4 18th, and he's in a group of 5 players tied for 4th. Tiger Woods got off to a rocky start to his round and had to put his troublesome left elbow to the test right away, having to hack one out of the hay on the first hole. Tiger recovered nicely from that bogey on the first hole and is 2 under. So is Phil Mickelson, by the way. All right, looking at the leaderboard now, Zach Johnson is alone in top spot at 5 under. There's a tie for second, and then 5 others are tied at 3 under for fourth. The Calgary Stampeders have a very interesting project developing on their offense this year. As we told you during training camp, Brad Sinopoli made the switch from quarterback to receiver, and after he tied for the lead in receiving yards in the first start against Montreal last week, this may be an interesting angle to watch for the rest of this season.
Glenn fires, and there is the first catch for a guy who used to throw the football, Brad Sinopoli.
I had confidence in myself when I made the switch, and I felt comfortable, and I had a good camp, so you know, I didn't have any reason to think that I couldn't do it. I just want to get the opportunity to go out and do it and show it.
And I think he took it in stride. You know, he's one of those, he didn't complain about it. He said, hey, if this is what I need to do and this is the team that I want to be on, this is what I'm going to do. Off season, he did a lot of stuff, he said, as far as, receiver work, and he came back to camp, and I think he had probably one of the best camps as a receiver.
It normally takes a quarterback and a receiver a while to make a connection, but Sinopoli would have a leg up on any receiver in that regard, having worked with Glenn last year, backing him up as the third-string quarterback. Kevin Glenn had no problem throwing to Sinopoli against Montreal, especially after making this brilliant one-handed grab on the fly as Glenn threw to him 5 times for 81 yards.
The one that you've seen that he caught on Parker was all over him. He was right there, and Parker's an all-star, future Hall of Famer. So, that I don't think they took him for granted. I think he just, shown that he's able to play this, play this position at this high level.
You're paid to make plays, and everyone makes plays each week, and I kind of lucked my way in to make my play this week.
From the Western Major Baseball League, the Medicine Hat Mavericks and the Okotoks Dogs were rained out after 5 innings yesterday. They will resume that game on July 28th, starting in the 6th inning. Last night, the Lethbridge Bulls were hosting the Edmonton Prospects, and the Bulls won by a score of 3-2. The next game for the Bulls is tomorrow night when they host Moose Jaw. Game time is 7:05. Both teams meet again at the same time, 7:05 on Saturday. Medicine Hat is the site of the 2013 Western Challenge Ball Hockey Cup starting tomorrow. Players from the ages of 9 to 19 will be taking part in the tournament. Teams from all over Western Canada are coming to the Gas City for the big event that wraps up on Sunday. Games will be taking place at the Kinplex Moose Rec Center and the Hockey Hounds Arena. And there's your look at sports for now, Jackie.
And a big kudos to all those folks down at Spitz Stadium who helped last night get the ball diamond ready for the team to play, because that storm just kept pushing things back, but they did not let it beat them.
They persevered.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Coming up next, Derek, this is something I think you're going to like. Facial with snails.
I thought those were carrots.